This guy's fucking voice is killing my soul. This is the thing, right? Sometimes I don't know if Noah is just like a weaselly bitch or if he's just genuinely stupid. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate this fucking thing. I'm like, do I want to look into this Noah Samsen shit? We'll try it. Ooh, think before you lie. Got him.
You may notice a random child throughout the video. That's me. That's me as a boy. It's my new little voiceover avatar thing. I'm trying that out.
Oh, God. I just don't like him. I'm going to try to be nice. I'm going to try to be nice. Noah has never done anything to me. He's never hurt any black people, as far as I know. He's never hurt any children. So I'm just going to try to be nice, and let's see how long that wears off.
I hope it's not terrible. Okay. On December 21st of last year, the Storytime animation
no, then
YouTuber
if I know it all in a nutshell, then I'm not going to watch it, and then the stream will just end. So it's up to you.
Illymation released a video called Perks of Being the Fat Kid. 2 months later, the anti-woke YouTube channel Think Before You Sleep, hereafter referred to as Sean, hi Sean, responded to Illy's video in a video titled Fat Acceptance Cartoon. Right after Sean posted this response, the comment section on Illy's video went through some changes. It was flooded with hate comments, threats, insults, inflammatory accusations, also a lot of anti-Semitism, so that's kind of weird. When one of her followers reached out on Tumblr to ask
I will just say, Noah, when you made that fucking video about the landlord guy, people were telling him to die on Christmas Day. So I'm just saying, neither of you are awesome in my eyes, but let's continue.
If she'd seen the video, Illy replied,
anti-Semitism? Not cool. You heard it here first.
After expressing frustration about the harassment she was receiving, she ended the post by asking her followers to report the video. In response to this one Tumblr post, Sean made a whole new video, Woke YouTuber is trying to deplatform me, in which he accused Illy of leading a campaign of targeted harassment
campaign
and mass flagging
campaign again.
And we looked up this guy who's mass flagging campaign, the guy who's not Noah. He talks normal. So what's up with this obnoxious ass voice that he has?
It's me. Mass flagging campaign. Mass flag his channel. Mass flagging against
him
so
in a smaller channel.
Deplatform a smaller creator. Harass a much smaller creator.
In order to deplatform him.
Deplatform me. To try and get me deplatformed.
And take away his source of income.
Take away my source of income.
The only evidence he has provided for any of these accusations is that
it's
one
just his
Tumblr
reading
post.
voice.
This new video from Sean brought Illy even more.
Okay. Question. I did see that Destiny is covering this. Should we just watch that? Because I feel like that'll Turkey Tom's in that bitch. We can get a lot of the perspective of both sides a bit. If we just watch the Noah Samsen, we know this slippery bitch is just gonna leave a bunch of shit out. So let's just do that instead. Actually, it's just a Destiny stream today. Fuck it. Fuck. I saw how many people are watching. I didn't want that. Damn, Daniel. Alright, let's see. Let's see.
Report the video.
I know you can't see the screen. I'm aware. Okay, let's do it.
Please report it for cyberbullying.
What other evidence do you need that is deplatforming other than her saying go report the video?
Yeah.
This post doesn't say anything about deplatforming. This post asks her followers to report the video.
He just lied.
That's still not deplatforming. That's step 1 to deplatforming. As I said before,
that's so.
I never accuse you of doxing her. I never accuse you of calling for her doxing either. Think Before You Dox is a play on words about the fact that she got doxed and the fact that Sean's channel was a part
but
of it.
obviously if you see that fucking title,
Slimy.
I don't understand how these guys are the most academic people in the world who will give you a 27-page essay about what a microaggression is. Well, if you go up to a person and you say, your hair is curly today, they've got like 15 different academic papers that they can give you for why you're basically Hitler.
I completely mixed up. I was thinking of Xena the Witch, fucking Sneakos. Patient Xena. Okay, I know who that is.
Engaging in colorism and you're exclusionary and you are...
You guys like her? Why? I was like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah. No, okay. Brain unscrambled. Got it. Okay.
Microaggressions, and there's a...
Is Noah autistic? I could see it. I don't know, but I could see it.
On certain hair products, it's like all these 50 million things.
Definitely not.
But then when it comes to like criticism of his behavior...
Also,
anti-woke. We're going to go through the most pressing drama in the culture war right now. It involves a large anti-woke YouTuber and a large leftist YouTuber, one of which you have experience with. Big drama. People have been waiting for you to watch this. So, I've been following this drama. Noah Samsen and Think Before You Sleep.
Wow.
Have a long history of hating each other, of making videos responding to each other.
Give us some details. Who are both these people?
Think Before You Sleep is a you probably, I wouldn't say right wing, but like an anti-woke YouTuber.
Okay.
He makes videos basically going after people like Noah Samsen, stuff like fat acceptance
I need more blanket.
forced diversity, stuff like that.
Wow.
Versus Noah Samsen is a leftist YouTuber, so he makes videos. I think he's made videos about you.
Sure has.
And he's made a bunch of videos about a bunch of different people. I think he probably supportive of.
I gotta watch this blanket. It smells like absolute dick, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it doesn't.
But they have this drama because of a situation with another YouTuber.
You may notice a
Illymation,
random child.
who's not a political YouTuber, really. She just makes, I don't know, I'd say more silly, somewhat. I guess you could call it social commentary, but they're like just like little animated storytime videos or whatever. I think Jaden Animations chat. And Think Before You Sleep made a video about her. Unfortunately,
Noah is just
she ended up getting
iDubbbz
doxxed.
without a peak. No, man, I'm gonna have to disagree. I think he is. That's actually disrespectful to iDubbbz. At least iDubbbz was funny and cool at one point.
Third-party site.
Noah, I've never even exhaled from anything that motherfucker has said.
And Noah Samsen has now made this video as well as another follow-up video.
Not even a courtesy
I don't think we have to watch
laugh,
the entire
a
thing.
courtesy
This one we probably watch half of it.
Okay. All right. We got it. Hold on. Wait. Let me hear this.
Throughout the video, that's me. That's me as a boy. It's my new little voiceover avatar.
Okay. You can hear it. You're good?
Yep.
All right. Are you ready?
You may notice a random child throughout the video. That's me. That's me as a boy. It's my new little voiceover avatar thing. I'm trying that out. Hope it's not terrible. Okay. On December 21st of last year, the Storytime animation YouTuber Illymation released a video called Perks of Being the Fat Kid. 2 months later, the anti-woke YouTube channel Think Before You Sleep, hereafter referred to as Sean, hi Sean, responded to Illy's video in a video titled Fat Acceptance Cartoon. Right after Sean posted this response,
It's your stream.
the comment section on Illy's video went through some changes. It was flooded with hate comments, threats, insults, inflammatory accusations, also a lot of anti-Semitism, so that's kind of weird. When one of her followers reached out on Tumblr to ask if she'd seen the video, Illy replied, and after expressing frustration about the harassment she was receiving, she ended the post by asking her followers to report the video. In response to this one Tumblr post, Sean made a whole new video, Woke YouTuber is trying to deplatform me, in which he accused
How do
Illy
we
of
feel
leading-
about that? Right? If I make a video, somebody shits on it, and I get a bunch of negative comments, and I tell you guys to go report that, I feel like that's kind of pussy on my end. What do you guys think? I don't like that. Go report them, like, unless, no, why? I feel like it's a bitch move, just saying.
a campaign of targeted harassment
campaign
and mass flagging
campaign against me. Mass flagging campaign. Mass flag his channel. Mass flagging
against him and his smaller channel.
Deplatform a smaller creator. Harass a much smaller creator.
But also, when you say you're a much smaller creator, also kind of pussy. When she has like 2.2 million, you have like 800,000, like, shut up. Shut up. It is smaller, but like, shut up. You know what I mean? Also, you know, within the first real, like, 4 sentences, I already don't like either of you. You both suck.
In order to deplatform him.
And not in a fun way.
Deplatform me. To try and get me deplatformed.
And take away his source of income.
Take away my source of income.
The only evidence he has provided for any of these accusations is that one Tumblr post.
Both of their voices annoy me for different reasons, too. Wow. Yeah, they both suck. Both of their vibes suck for the opposite reasons.
This new video from Sean brought Illy even more
targeted harassment,
which culminated in her receiving death threats, rape threats, and being doxxed. For her safety, she was forced to leave her home state, breaking the lease on her apartment, which cost her over $10,000 in legal fees. Sean, meanwhile, made out.
Can I just a quick thing? When people are like forced to leave, like, really? Were you? Or did you get like one comment on Twitter DMs and you were like,
yeah, that's a bit much. This person with 2 million YouTube subs gets like one thing of hate and she has to leave her state. I'm listening. I'm listening, but it seems a little much.
I'm gonna move out of my apartment.
Feels a little dramatic.
I think this is always the thing that I'm perplexed about as somebody who like has been doing YouTube stuff and has like been doxxed. Generally, like nothing happens.
Yeah, but okay,
like
whatever.
Like generally nothing comes of it. Not to say that it's like a good thing to do to someone or like they shouldn't feel scared or whatever. But generally you're not. I don't know if you're forced to leave. You choose to leave. Oh, whoa!
Don't worry about what I'm opening in my monitor. Keep going.
That person definitely needs to be banned. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I'll be right back.
I think
Destiny
part of the
doesn't
reason we
care.
put that in there is kind of add to the narrative. I think Before You Sleep cost her, but we can keep watching.
Out with a slightly better deal. 3 videos, 2.3 million views, 40,000 new subscribers, made out the leak threats, rape threats, and being doxxed. For her safety, she was forced to leave her home state, breaking the lease on her apartment, which cost her over $10,000 in legal fees. Sean, meanwhile, made out with
What is $10,000 in legal fees? Do you have to pay a lawyer to break a lease also? That's bullshit. It's
I don't
bullshit.
know.
It's bullshit.
I don't
It's
know what that
bullshit.
mean.
I do know. It's bullshit.
a slightly better deal. 3 videos.
Could it be the
2.3
legal
million
fees are
views.
related to?
No, it's bullshit.
Apparently my
Did somebody
grandma
like
says
try to
hi.
come to her house or something?
I think actually it's bullshit.
40,000 new subscribers, and a big stack of
What do you mean, like,
Google
it's just a
AdSense
lie?
money. There's so much that I want to talk about from this situation. I want to talk about how Sean spends a good amount of his video insulting Illy's appearance under the guise of giving her tips on how to be more attractive.
She could easily be considered attractive by most people if she just stopped wearing those grandma glasses, picked better clothes, learned how to by most people.
Okay, wait, just as a quick thing before we get into it. First of all, this cat is adorable. Wait, this woman is attractive here, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, she's cute. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, jeez.
She's definitely not ugly.
But okay.
By any means.
If she just stopped wearing those
Can't really see her there, but
grandma glasses, picked better clothes,
This part
learned
of
how
his
to
video
style
was
her
like,
hair
yeah,
instead of
cringe.
always
yeah, nobody thinks this girl is ugly.
leaving it flat to her head with maximum forehead
Oh,
showing.
maybe this is the. Yeah, I can't see that one, but yeah.
And watch some makeup tutorials.
I want to talk about how he spent what must have been
Grimace shake.
hours
I
digging
literally
around her
almost tried to
social
click
media
this.
accounts to find photos of her eating junk food and of her body at a time when she weighed less in order to accuse her of lying about her diet.
So now I have to do some investigating to find out what Alyssa's eating habits are. After scrolling down
That's a crazy sentence. Like, that's a sentence you should never say. Ever in your life. Now I have to do some investigative deadline to see if I got. Like, what? Back up, bro. Back up.
through her community
Back
tab, the only thing I was
You're
able to
weird.
see her eating was ice cream. Strike one.
I want to talk about how he had
Oh my god, this guy sucks. This guy sucks.
to lie for a lot of these insults, like how the very next post on her community tab after the milkshake thing showed her holding a bag of wheat bread, or how the photo he used to insult her fashion sense by saying she dresses like a homeless person
Holy shit, that is bad. This girl has millions of followers, yet if you saw her out in public, you'd be afraid that she's about to pester you for spare change.
was taken while she was hiking, and Sean knew that, but cropped out the identifying information so that his audience wouldn't. The less
A
perceptive
little dramatic. He might just usually just crop shit out for a picture. I think you're being a little weaselly there, no, a little assumptive, but you know, I get it. You're kind of a dumbass, so it's fine. But yeah,
ones anyway, given that she's
Okay, I have no
change.
stake
Yeah,
in
was
this case
taken
at all.
while-
Okay, I don't know.
he's trying to be artistic, or he's probably just like somewhere else and he doesn't feel like using a camera, so he's doing this.
I don't know, but it is this guy. Why would you pick this picture? It's retarded.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
she was
I think
hiking,
Before You Sleep
and
fucked
Sean
that up.
knew that, but
Yeah.
cropped out the identifying information so that his audience wouldn't. The less perceptive ones anyway, given that she's, sitting on a log in dirt. I want to talk about all that, but I have to shelve those points for now because there's a more pressing issue at hand, which is that Sean's videos caused a doxing.
His videos cause
On the internet,
doxing.
things like doxing and harassment are often treated as natural law. Mean comments are inevitable. Even if you ask people not to, they'll still leave them. If people are going to take things too far, like doxing, then there's not much you can really do to stop it. This seems to be Sean's perspective on the matter.
This comment brigading behavior appears to just be a fact
This guy's fucking voice is killing my soul.
of nature that creators can't control. So really, it's on YouTube to make an interface change that addresses this problem.
The only real exemption from this excuse seems to be when a creator directly asks their audience to harass or dox someone. If that doesn't happen though, then sorry, it's the internet. Now, while that may be the case in some situations, this is not one of them. Sean didn't ask anyone to dox or harass Illy. What he did do, though, is misrepresent and deceptively edit her video in order to conjure ideas which directly motivated the people who did. And when I say directly, I mean directly. We doxed Illy because she tried to get another popular content creator, Think Before You Sleep, taken down by YouTube, all because he made a video right.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
Kinda. Is this real?
Okay, initially, the way that this timeline is presented is it sounds like he made a video about her, and because of the video that he made, people doxed her. But now it sounds like he's saying that he made a video about her, she got mad at the video and tried to get it taken down, and then now people are doxing her because of that. What's the real timeline?
That is basically the correct timeline, yes. But I think it's kind of silly to draw a through line and say that because of him making his video, she got doxxed.
Yeah,
It sounds like the reason why she
fair.
got doxxed is because she tried to take that video down.
According to these people, yes.
Rightfully criticizing her, she is also promoting fat culture and how being fit and working out your body is useless and fat-phobic. She also promotes that's an anti-trans slur, and woke culture. That was posted on the website that hosted Illy's doxing information. The actual doxing took place on a different website, and the very first post of the original doxing thread shared these same motivations. We need to dox her because she promotes fat culture, she believes in woke bullshit, and when a based YouTuber like Think Before You Sleep called her out, she threw a fit and asked her fans to mass flag his channel to get it deleted. The people harassing her in the comments are motivated by these same ideas. Illy is woke, Illy wants to deplatform Sean, and Illy promotes obesity.
Oh, no,
These
they broke up,
accusations are being
Doggo?
repeated.
Oh, no.
This is like one of the dumbest guys on YouTube. Oh god. Okay.
Across the internet in videos with millions of collective views. They pervade the dox.
Are we still doing this? It's 2024 and we're like taking posts on 4chan and saying that like because he made the video and because these people don't like her for the same reasons he doesn't like her. It gets better than this, right? He's got like better material. He's getting to better material, I'm
There
sure.
will be more interesting stuff. I don't know if it's better material.
Okay, let's see.
But I mean,
Same
that is
threads.
basically like the frustrating thing about the situation, which is that, and the comments from his channel seem to agree that because, in Noah's opinion, Think Before You Sleep misrepresented Illy, that she got doxxed, and therefore he should be held accountable. And I actually
Oh,
talked.
it's not even 4chan, it's Soy Jack. I don't even know what that is, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually talked to Noah about this in DMs, and he was like, I don't understand how everybody thinks that, I'm pro deplatforming, when all I said is that, basically, like, here's, basically this person who got her doxxed, and, like, I think YouTube should do whatever they want, is what he says. And I'm like, well, obviously, when you, like, draw a line like that, saying, like, Think Before You Sleep makes a video that gets her harassed, and, YouTube can do whatever they want, and it's justified for Illy to want it taken down, like, you're promoting deplatforming. Like, some of the arguments he makes on this are straight up retarded. Like, he's like, well, she just wanted that.
This is the thing, right? Sometimes I don't know if Noah is just like a weaselly bitch or if he's just genuinely stupid. That's the one I feel bad when I'm like, damn, maybe I'm being too hard on this motherfucker. Like, maybe he's just retarded. I have those thoughts about once every 4 months. I don't know. And I have never come to a clear conclusion. I don't know. He might just be dumb. What do we think? Dumb or weaselly? What do we think, people?
That one video down. YouTube is a 3-strike system, so it wasn't technically deplatforming. It was just taking down that one video.
Okay.
Like, it's very
Sprinkled
frustrating.
between a sea of death threats, rape threats, and depictions of Illy committing suicide. These ideas are the reason they hate her, and all of them, every single one, was fabricated by Sean. How he did this is the topic of today's video, so let's check it out. Alright, so the first one of these narratives that I want to look at today is the idea that Illy promotes
Alex,
obesity.
I would say that, and that's a good point. I do think he's, I think it's probably more laziness, but I see what you're saying. But I've had these thoughts before the child shit. So
one of the
that's
main
only
concluding
reason.
points of Sean's video is that
Or it
Illy's
might feel a
advice
little
is going to
bad.
kill people by causing them to eat themselves into an early grave.
You know what's great about this advice? Because you conflated being overweight with extreme obesity, so you could say that both are healthy, what's going to happen is that people who watch this video that are 300 pounds are going to say, see, Alyssa is fine with being overweight, I don't have to change either. And then they'll eat themselves into an early grave.
I think you're being a little dramatic there, buddy. I don't think that's how being obese works, but I could be wrong. I think like shit people say on the internet to try to make themselves feel a little bit better is a lot different than how they actually live their lives, but who the fuck am I?
I just also do one quick thing because I understand. I don't know what this content creator does if he literally like scrapes like the bottom of the fucking barrel for the bravest positions he can take, which is shitting on fat people. Which is like, congratulations. There is not a single fat person in the history of all of mankind who thinks they're healthy or doesn't think they're healthy, and then watches a YouTube video and is like, oh, maybe I am healthy. Like,
Destiny, we have to have a talk, bro. I don't like that you're stealing my shit.
if you're obese as fuck, you smell bad, you've got weird rashes, your joints ache, you can't run, you can't walk upstairs without like heaving and breathing, your doctor shit on you, your friends shit on you, like it's bad.
Like, there is this weird myth created online.
You don't think there are some delusional people out there?
Yeah, and there are some people that think they're Jesus and they jump off balconies. But the idea that this is like a measurable thing in society, like a lot of people like, oh yeah, like being fat is actually awesome.
I don't think it's like a super widespread thing.
It's a huge cope, and they know they're coping. They're not like, I don't think there's a measurable group of people like actually deluding themselves into thinking this.
I mean, there's like big Facebook groups. So basically, the way it is, just on the internet, anyone can congregate around a retarded idea, right? So like every delusional person who has this idea is going to go online, and then it looks like there's a larger thing than there is.
Sure, and
they're all just kind of coping together online because like, what else are you going to do?
Just cope about it.
Yeah.
But they're not like actually thinking like, oh yeah,
stop stealing my shit. I have not watched this. I saw like 2 minutes of it, and I was like, this might be good for stream.
Like, this is a great idea now. Like, they were probably always, I don't know. Maybe, but like when we say some of them, I mean, like, there's
How
you can
small
find
of a
people
percentage is that
online that like to do anything
for the average large individual?
the people like this act like it's this huge social problem. Like, a ton of people are going to be fat because of like YouTube videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about like fat. I just think it's like really cringe. I don't think it's a huge thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Note that it's not.
Is this chat Destiny fans? I would say let's see. Put a 1 if you're a fan of Destiny. Let's see how many of his of the fucking DDGers are in this bitch.
Not just it might happen. He said that it's going to
Destiny neutral.
happen. So it's sort of a direct accusation there, just so we're clear about that. Now, that's a pretty serious accusation, right? So how does he justify it? Well, right before it, he presents what he calls Illy's final piece of advice and uses that as evidence to argue that she is promoting obesity.
All right, let's see Alyssa's final piece of advice.
A carrot isn't an inherent good food, while chocolate is an inherent bad food. Food is just food.
Blackout.
No matter how many calories, carbs, sugars, you should feel free to eat whatever food you want to without beating yourself up about it.
I'm done. That was such terrible advice. I don't know how this video could be considered as anything other than enabling food addicts to not fix their health.
So
enabling food addicts, like, really? We're being a little dramatic here, you know? And this is where the Repubs are batshit crazy.
Illy's
They want to fucking censor everything. Everything is evil.
quotes here that food is just food and you should eat whatever you want were the most
Have you watched her full video?
He's gonna play a clip here where he's like basically making the case that Think Before You Sleep took her out of context.
Okay, because technically what she's saying is correct, but I mean, that could be construed in a stupid way. She could have said it dumbly, or she could have, but I don't know. We'll see.
important pieces of evidence to Sean's conclusion. Accordingly, they were represented in a few other places. In the thumbnail of his video, for example, Illy is holding a sign that reads, "Eat what you want," to an audience of children, while her avatar holds
You're a little late, but I appreciate you anyway.
milkshake and is depicted as being unstable. These quotes seem to be the real sticking point for other creators that covered his video.
Food is just food.
What did you mean by that's a correct thing? Chocolate is not good for you.
No food is good or bad for you. Every food just does different things. The problem with highly processed food or food that's like really high in simple sugars is it tends to be a lot of calories with a really low micronutrient and bad macronutrient profile. But it's not technically bad for you. Like, let's say, for instance, you're working out, you're a big guy, right? Let's say you want, like, you're trying to eat like 2,500 calories a day. Let's say you hit all your macros and like 1,800 calories. You can eat 700 calories of candy bars if you want. Or you
okay,
can
do you think that's what she's saying?
I don't. That's why I said I don't know, but I have to hear the rest of the video.
Because I feel like what she's saying is basically just a more like she's not like.
Also, guys, I'm thinking for next stream we'll do like some Instagram shit. And there's all these like new health gurus that have all these crazy things. Should we watch that? I was kind of thinking maybe we should watch that on stream. What do we think?
Like a scientific YouTuber. I feel like more what she's saying is just like, you don't have to think that much about it. Nobody really cares. Like, you shouldn't worry that much about your appearance. Stuff like
I would
that.
have to hear the rest of the video.
Okay.
But I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's kind of right. Like my assumption would be that
like we can say chocolate is not good for you.
I mean, you kind of can.
It's not good for you. It's bad for you. You can still eat it as long as you're eating a lot of other things.
It's bad for you?
Like, it's just like sugar and fucking fat.
Your body needs glucose to survive. That's not bad.
Yeah, but you don't need chocolate to survive. You don't need Coca-Cola. You can get that stuff from other food.
Well, it depends. You couldn't need it. Let's say you hit all your micros and macros.
I know what he cares.
Processed food.
I'm about to watch you fucking argue about
diabetics.
Milky Way bars and shit.
He's gonna make the case that basically says.
Well, actually, all
I've ever heard.
Clearly, there's a couple of dumbass arguments that are open to be criticized.
Well, actually, all food is the same. No, you fucking idiot. Of course, all food's not the same.
Or she basically says there's no difference between eating a carrot and a cookie or whatever, pure gold. Did she actually say that? That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, the fat acceptance stuff is just gone way too far, I think.
You give up on yourself, your goals, and that food is food.
What you are proposing is very unhealthy and dangerous. What is your problem, you evil, life-destroying monster? You just ruined a bunch of young people's, especially
These comments
girls'
are
lives.
retarded.
So did she really say this? Is she really going to get people killed? Let's take a closer look at the evidence and find out. So one thing I noticed in Sean's video is that there's a funny cut when he shows this clip. Right after the line, no matter how many calories, carbs, and sugars, the video skips just a bit. The s'more changes hands, the boy's blood sugar monitor, that's what this is, it just sort of appears on the chair. There's a break in continuity.
So I don't know if I said this before. You don't need to spend 13 seconds explaining like that there's a cut. Like just
thinking
say
the same
weird
fucking
cut.
thing. Like just show the fucking full clip. Oh god, I hate their videos. They're fucking dog shit. But whatever, whatever.
You don't need to go like the blood sugar monitor and this happens and like just
Nobody cares.
It's so slow. Why do you talk so slow too?
Exactly.
It's fucking I make video essays. This is such a fucking pet peeve. It's like unwatchable.
Okay.
I went back to Illy's actual video and see if you can spot what he decided to cut
Turkey
from
Tom. I'm just gonna call you Tom. I 100% agree.
the sequence.
Fucking annoying.
No matter how many calories, carbs,
Bye.
sugars, whatever is in it. Unless you have life-threatening allergies or dietary restrictions to follow, you should feel free to eat whatever food you want to without beating yourself up about it.
So immediately before she says that fated line, eat whatever you want, she added a caveat. She said, unless you have life-threatening allergies or dietary restrictions to follow. While this line is being delivered, you can also see on the screen that the boy, who has diabetes, is taking a reading of his blood sugar and then gets the green light, so he's good to go for having a s'more with his friends without throwing his blood sugar out of whack. This line, as well as the depiction on screen, is an acknowledgement that
This line doesn't fundamentally change the thing Before You Sleep was talking about. He wasn't.
It doesn't. I was also thinking that. Because there's a difference between, like, saying, oh, there's no food that's bad for you. Everything is, kind of neutral. And being like, well, as long as you don't have, diabetes, like, in theory, everybody has dietary restrictions then. Yeah, I can't eat fucking ribs every single meal fucking 8 times a day or else I'm going to die. I wouldn't call that a dietary restriction. I would just call that common sense.
He's talking about having diabetes or having a peanut allergy. He's talking about obesity and getting fat.
I have to watch her video. Okay. I don't want to. I'm going to kill myself. Okay. Here's a big issue that people run into when they go to do diets. There's 2 big issues, okay? One is that people think like calories in, calories out, which, while absolutely true, is meaningless in practice. And then the second thing is people view diets as like punishments. And when you view diets as punishments, you run into this weird cycle of you look at health.
Right, nobody cares.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna do redefining healthy.
Is that the same campfire scene or is this even the video? Oh, this is it.
It's coming. Okay, we're gonna watch from here. Okay.
Okay.
We're watching it all.
Yeah.
Welcome to the research stream. This is what I do on stream. Okay, we're gonna get the full fucking context for the video so that I can understand this video.
All right,
okay,
we'll get the full context. All right, Jesus.
What did I do as a young girl who wasn't confident in her body? I started dieting.
Hey, don't. You're doing it. Don't do this. Don't do this to me, chat. Don't make me soy the fuck out. Okay. Don't make me soy out. Don't put me in a spot where I ever have to defend Noah Samsen, one of the worst human beings on the planet, okay?
Thank you.
What she's saying is that, and this is something you'll learn as you get older, and maybe, I don't know, she'll go through this in the video, okay? But when you're a girl, when you're in class, when you're in school, there are certain things that are trendy, there are certain things that are cool, but different
You're good.
people, it's true for men as well, but when you're a woman, different people have to dress in different ways,
Though,
especially
for real, though.
depending on not just like distribution of the body, but especially depending on your boobs. Okay, if you got huge ass boobs, there are certain outfits that if you wear them, people are going to look at you and call you a slut. There was actually some drama on Twitter that I think Lauren Southern, I think Brittany Venti, and I think a couple other conservative women were involved in on Twitter, where people are like, "Oh, this is like a good conservative dress, and this woman looks like a slut." And the only difference is one woman just had bigger boobs, right? Now, if you're in grade school or middle school or high school as a girl, you might not have learned these things yet, but as you get older, you realize like, okay, well, like I have like no boobs, or my boobs I've got like, in 32 Bs, I'm this itty bitty girl and like my tits don't show, and I can like go braless. Whereas for other women, depending on, even if you wear a sports bra, people are going to call you a slut just because they can see your boobs bounce. This is just something that women have to deal with, and you learn it growing up, and sometimes it's annoying, sometimes it's not. But don't spam question marks just because you're a guy. You have no fucking idea what it's like to have to deal
than chocolate. I don't even fuck with chocolate, and I know that's a lie.
with like boob
I
size.
gotta lie, bro.
and shit, okay? That's all I'm saying, okay? I don't care. I hate all these people. All right, keep going.
Fast forward.
Okay. Oh, God. The irritating thing is that I bet if I watch who's the retard guy? Doesn't sleep or whatever? What's his name?
Think before you sleep.
Think before you
They're
sleep.
both the
My
retard
guess
guy.
is there's probably good criticism you can make in this video. He didn't make any of them because he's like anti-soy rager, okay? So dieting to change the shape of your body isn't necessarily a bad thing. And being in a healthy BMI, square
we need to get back to Noah.
especially, girls crash diet, 10 out of okay, I guess. Okay. It's like pulling my out of your mom's ass when she really only wants it to go one way. It's hard.
Thank you.
Teenagers should be focused on getting good grades, hanging out with their friends, and seeing the Timothy Chalamet Willy Wonka movie, not counting calories. Why are
Look, okay.
This is dumb. I agree generally, but you shouldn't be like you can just do whatever you want and just be unhealthy.
True.
That's retarded.
No. Yes. Well,
Kids and
even more than that, that's really bad because starting bad dieting habits when you're a kid, you will never escape them. If you fuck your body up, I'm sorry, I'm sounding really extreme.
No, go, yell.
Shut up. You know this if you are obese or overweight. If you mess your body up as a kid, I don't mean mess your body up also. What I really mean is when you create really poor eating habits as a child, the number that I read, I always recite this and I need to find this source again. But I read 6% back.
All right, we already know this information. I'm too smart.
You're 1 week and you feel really good. The next week you lose about 1 pound. The next they're unbelievable. Biggest loser.
First cut because I was like, I'm gonna eat 1,300.
Weight, you should view weight, and there's another reason why I kind of agree with what she said, but maybe I won't, we'll see. Weight is a function of your lifestyle.
No, that's not true.
YouTube's TikTok we were going through, like if you in an outfit, unless you're legit, that YouTubers do this. Oh, but she probably did it so that, without making anything personal, Jesus. Or buy something that's more up, trying to fit into some like really, trying to fit into something that doesn't fit you. Just buy something larger. Or buy something that's more form-fitting for you.
So she was just like,
so Brian,
No,
look,
hold
there's
on.
all this
Also,
fucking
I'm
drama.
sorry.
I'm not about to go through watch 2 videos from fucking Think Before You Sleep and then 2 videos from Noah Samsen. Fuck that shit. I would rather die. So we're gonna watch Destiny and Turkey Tom cover it all together. That's what we're doing.
you just like exhausted. at the
No,
gym? I don't
hold on.
understand.
I just want to say, listen, okay? Jesus
Also,
fucking
I'm
Christ,
cold.
all right? Listen, all right? Without making anything personal, this is some stolen valor, okay? Her proportions, if this is the fattest she's ever been in her life, she can totally rock this body, and most guys will simp over this. She's like a little chubby in the middle.
But
She's
she also, I feel like it wouldn't be super difficult to lose that weight.
This
Possibly.
is her being obese? This is what we're talking about? This is it? Bro, this is
maybe, but I'm just saying, like, I thought this was like a beluga whale type girl. She's just like a thick mommy type body girl, and I'm not trying to.
Did he just say thick mommy?
Sorry, I'm not trying to I'm just saying that, like,
porn brain.
no, I'm just saying that, like, I thought that she was like a massive fucking whale, but it's like, this is not even close to what I would expect.
you're 10? What are you
Sorry, but
talking
anyway,
about?
okay, sorry.
10 what?
Wait, hello? Wait, what just happened?
Slan, I'm sorry. You think I don't either?
sharing?
This is why I've been fucking skipping, bro.
Or something?
You're welcome. We could have been watching just Noah Samsen right now. But I didn't do that because I'm a fucking intellectual. All right, we're back to Noah.
Like,
OBS or something?
a minute or two. No, it'll come back.
Okay.
That was rough.
That fucking blows. No.
Like, I feel like, especially if you're trying to look slim, is like underboob. Anything else?
Still by comment.
Watch the video.
You realize that's probably the most likely thing. Or
fuck,
2,
man.
it's also possible you can lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. Although you should probably still be losing weight. I don't know how much muscle she'd be gaining. But if it's okay.
It's good to generally like not
Guess
be.
the next 20 gift subs. You should have dietary restrictions. So it's kind of a.
Well, when she said diet, I think when she means by dietary restriction,
It's like if you have an allergy.
yes,
I guess.
versus, like
but
peanut
then
stuff.
in that case, that's a
Because
dumb statement.
her argument is like you shouldn't really
Oh my
care
God,
if you
this
gain
guy's
weight.
really
Yeah, that's-
breaking
if you
down
really
how
don't-
editing works. Like, who is here for this bullshit? All he had to say was, this is the context that he left out. You don't have to show the... Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
guy is so
So like this
dramatic.
line does not meaningfully change it. So Think Before You Sleep did not take her out of context in a meaningful
You
way.
shouldn't have cut the line. I don't know why you did that. But you're right. Yeah, it doesn't
probably
really
just to make
change
it
it.
more entertaining.
I guess.
Recommended to morbidly obese people. He just cut that line right out. And this is important, right? Because this line directly refutes Sean's narrative that Illy is
Really, though?
promoting obesity. This phrase, dietary restrictions, rules out the more extreme situations that Sean is referring to when he says that this will cause viewers to eat themselves in.
That's not a dietary restriction, you stupid fuck.
Dipshit is a dipshit, but like this statement is also meaningless. Like dietary restrictions, if you're saying dietary restrictions include diets like to lose weight, then you're literally saying you can eat anything as long as you don't eat what you're not supposed to eat, which is a meaningless statement.
To an early grave. There's another equally important misrepresentation of what Illy says here, which has to do with context and framing. If you notice, Sean introduces the clip from Illy's video by calling it her advice.
Let's see Alyssa's final.
Bro, I don't get Hank. You're gonna have to explain this to me, because I keep hearing like all this Turkey Tom hate. What is this about? Why?
Piece of
I
advice.
don't
Now,
get it.
what does he mean by
I
advice?
feel like this
Just
dude is
general
so
advice or
neutral.
something more specific? Well, seeing as his conclusion from this advice is that Illy might kill fat people by enabling them to overeat, it's safe to assume, I think, that when he says advice, what he actually means is nutritional advice. You know, advice for dieting and weight loss. That's what the conclusion implies. And so, when these lines, food is just food,
Slay,
and
are you talking about Noah Samsen? A fellow Palestine supporter? I know that's not who you're talking about.
carrots aren't good and chocolate isn't bad are being presented as dieting advice. And yeah, you already know people were going to have something to say about that. And say about that, they did.
S'mores are a diet food. Got it.
So 27 bars of chocolate is equal to a meal of
He's just cringe. Family Guy humor. I feel like he doesn't even try to be funny.
broccoli, grilled tomato, mashed potatoes, and chicken. Nice to know.
I have diabetes type 3. Time to eat 4 trillion Oreos.
It's really funny, that last one, given that Illy specifically accounted for diabetic people, but Sean just didn't show it, so then there was a bunch of comments about diabetes related.
I mean, yeah, but
the other alleged creators covering this video
These
did the
comments
same.
aren't because of what Sean said, and at least in the clips we've seen.
Sure, maybe, yeah.
Like,
Same thing.
Carrots are definitely healthier for you than a chocolate bar, so telling kids something otherwise is actually harmful.
What has more calories? 1 pound of broccoli or half a cup of olive oil? Half a cup of olive.
Did one of your professional doctors?
Like, this is like retards fighting retards. Who the fuck is eating a pound of broccoli? It's like, it's just retards fighting retards. I hate anything having to do with diet and nutrition.
That's exactly what this video is.
It's fucking
Just tell you this. Was the nutritionist the one that told you that carrots and chocolates are the same? I can't believe a full-grown adult actually believes this dumb shit. Here's a fact. Chocolate is high in sugar and saturated fat.
Yeah, they just go on like that for like 10 minutes. They sound like they're having a blast, honestly. There must be a floor to critical thinking that when you blow past it, everything just starts feeling like pure euphoria. This response here from both audiences and creators relies on Sean's framing of Illy's words, that they were intended as dieting advice. But the thing is, they weren't. Illy's video has some fairly straightforward themes. She talks about dealing with negative body image, about getting bullied, starting
Shout out to anyone who does animation on YouTube. Much respect.
unhealthy eating habits, and frustrations over weight loss. Her video is a direct critique of diet culture.
So to be clear, unless I forgot, I don't think she talked at all about starting unhealthy eating habits. She just said that she went on a diet when she was gymming. I don't think she said anything about it personally.
Okay, Justin, when is that? I need a fucking timestamp because I ain't nobody in this chat laughing.
People diet too much or whatever. But I don't
think she didn't really talk about animals.
I don't think she said anything about
Send me a time,
eating
Justin.
habits,
Send me a time. I know I can't click on that bitch, but I'll read it.
Sam, what's his dipshit's name? Noah just added the shit in out of nowhere, but okay.
Diet culture, yes, Lane. I feel like everybody would agree with you on that one.
And its morality-based food logic.
Listening to Noah Samsen is torture. 100% agree. That guy sucks. Dude's never said a funny thing in his fucking life.
Culture is an entire belief system that associates food with morality and thinness with goodness.
She relates her own experiences
It's
to
like he's doing a book report on a book he didn't read.
common occurrence of teenagers dieting despite already being at a healthy weight. Immediately before the good and bad foods clip, Illy introduces
Also,
a concept
Justin,
called
thank
body
you.
neutrality, which advocates for removing the moral element from how we view our bodies. She then states that she is about to apply that concept to food. So given the actual content of her video and the direct link she'd just drawn from moral neutrality to food, when she finally actually says these lines, her intent could not be more clear. She's talking about morality. She's saying that eating carrots doesn't make you a good person, just like eating chocolate doesn't make you a bad person. By presenting only the tail end of this sequence and neglecting to accurately portray the central themes of her entire video, Sean has removed it.
Okay, this is just fucking brain dead. You can never remove the way that people view like exemplary forms of the human body and remove all normativity from that. That's impossible. When people are carving,
113, we're on it. Fuck this bullshit. Don't care. Don't care. All right, we'll start at 112.
Notice the hundreds of comments harassing you for things your friend mentioned being in the video.
Appreciate
If you were to
you,
then
Justin.
say, yeah, I'm good on that, not worth sitting through that probably.
Stupid. How much more of this? Is there anything relevant in less than a minute? This guy's an idiot.
That's the majority of the
It's
video.
just like
Noah Samsen is an idiot? There's no way.
my friend, I'm going to defend them no matter what, and here are the worst arguments you've ever heard in your entire
Yep.
life.
Yeah, that's the
That seems like
majority
a
of the
pretty
illegal
normal
stuff.
thing.
But now he's made another video about it, and I don't know if Think Before You Sleep has responded yet, but
Think before you lie.
Hello viewers, this
Oh, God. It got even worse.
video is a follow-up to my previous one, Think Before You Docs. Sean, aka Think Before You Sleep, has responded to it with some claims on Twitter and during a live stream. I'm gonna cut right to the chase here. Sean is doing some suspicious activities right now with all of these claims. Almost immediately after its release, Sean began misrepresenting my video's argument.
Like, how the fuck could you be a fan of this dude? And you know what else I saw? This motherfucker has thirst traps on his, like, YouTube, whatever the fuck section. The little, where you do posts and shit. The dude has, like, thirst traps on himself. I'm like, God, this guy sucks.
with straw mans and also just
Show
lying in
it?
strange, obvious ways.
I'll fucking find that shit right now. I'll show you. Think I'm fucking bullshitting. This guy's fucking cringe. Look.
Support the video.
Fuck. And you know what else? Realization that we had? The fact that I type poorly, it's actually not my fault. It's the keyboard. Even Kylan said it, so it's factual. Let me find a beat. Alright. Boom! Found it. Look at this douche. Look at this shit. Does this count as a thirst trap? I think it does. Alright, I gotta keep going down. I'm like, this guy's cringe as fuck. Oh, well, FD signifier, love. No surprise there. Your black father. Watch Mojo top 10 sleepiest guys. Alright, to the women in the chat, what do we think? Does this count as a thirst trap? If I know, like, most of my fans are women, is this intentional, or what do we think? Alex says, I think that's a woman from the little picture. Intentional. This is a little fuckboyish, am I right? Bro, this man's a czar. What's up with you, bro? You got problems. This is intentional, right? Oh, who took this? Good question. Pause. Alright, back to his fucking cringiness. I don't even know why I brought that up, but yeah.
So today we'll be going through these claims one by one. He is apparently working on a response video. However, I have a feeling that if I don't correct these false claims now, then we're going to end up with a feature-length film of him just trying to argue with me over things I never said. I don't feel like wasting everyone's time having to put you through that, so let's just nip this one in the bud.
And he definitely gives off Drake fan energy. But I feel like he'd be like, well, I don't like Drake because he doesn't value women, or he's going to say something gay like that.
As whoever says that says. Sean's first claims about my video came in a Twitter thread from April 29th, which is the day after my video's release. Let's start there.
I guess I'll have to talk about it here because I can't say it on YouTube right now. A few minutes ago, I opened up YouTube to a message saying that my first video on Illymation has been removed for cyberbullying. I have been accused of harassing someone or using slurs to talk about someone's intrinsic traits. I didn't do that. Anyone who watched the video can see I didn't do that, so I have appealed the video. But it's YouTube, so even though I didn't break the rules, we'll see what happens. Curiously, this occurred shortly after Noah Samsen released a video on me yesterday that was so bad faith that I can't believe he actually hit the upload button. This video, multiple times, accuses me of doxing Illymation and encouraging doxing. He basically says I doxed Alyssa in his video title, and his claims in the video get so ridiculous that at 14 minutes he literally accuses me of trying to get Alyssa killed, simply because I made a video saying, I don't like your video, and colluding with your followers to mass flag my channel is messed up.
Alright, so let's just go through these one by one. Sean claims that I accused him of doxing Illymation. Sean, come on, man. You know that's not true. I never accused you of doxing her. I never accused you of calling for her doxing either. I actually very clearly
Bro, you said that she got doxed because of what he did.
Stated the opposite, that you both did not ask anyone to dox her. Sean didn't ask anyone to dox or harass Illy, and that I don't think you made your video with the intent of her getting doxed. Do I think that Sean made his video with the intent of Illy getting doxed? No, I don't. Sean here also claims that my video's title is basically a doxing accusation. Maybe I don't have to explain this one, but just in case. Think before you dox is a play on words about the fact that she got
Like this shit. Is he just being... Like, he has to know, right? Right? Like, he has to know that this... What he just said is retarded.
got doxed, and the fact that Sean's channel
was just trying to be creative. It's just a play on words. What's the problem?
Yeah, but obviously, if you see that fucking title, you're gonna think that you doxed
before
her.
you die. Yeah,
when you got her running with the fucking Eye of Sauron shining on her.
That's kind of dumb, but okay.
Process. This title does not specify action or intent. These claims are perplexing, but it seems like they've already started to catch on. Commenters and creators alike are repeating this around the web, saying that I accused him of doxing.
And I think that is one of the most irresponsible and dishonest and malicious things that you can do, is accuse somebody of doxing, because some crazy fucking psychopaths in their audience took things way too far and doxed somebody because they don't like that.
None of them are showing proof or giving timestamps to evidence this claim because they can't, because those don't exist, because this didn't happen. The drama content Human Centipede is back in action, and for it, I am no match, I fear. Next, Sean claims that I accused him of encouraging doxing. He repeats this claim later in the thread. I never used the word encourage to describe Sean's actions, and this isn't just a
I don't understand how these guys are the most academic people in the world who will give you a 27-page essay about what a microaggression is. Like, oh, well, if you go up to a person and you say, your hair is curly today. They've got like 15 different academic papers that they can give you for why you're basically fucking Hitler, and you're engaging in colorism, and you're exclusionary, and you are and doing microaggressions, and there's a black tax on certain hair products, and it's like all these 50 million things. But then when it comes to like criticism,
also people, movie night tomorrow. Just know, after stream, movie night. Just be aware of that.
It's like, well, did I actually say the actual word encouraging? No.
And it'll be on Discord. All right? So only 50 people are going to get in. Just letting you know.
I just said that he happened to use the exact same words that a lot of the people that were doxing her were using, so that you could clearly draw a parallel between the things that he was saying and then the things that the other people were saying, and then they were doxing. But I didn't say he was encouraging it. Or like, did I explicitly say, what was the other one? That he, was one other one he said. My brain is wiped.
Look, it's like...
No, it was a good example. Help me remember.
Okay.
He said, like, explicitly, he didn't say,
what, Destiny, what?
He was talking about her, and she was like, she didn't explicitly say deplatforming. She just said spam report without watching the video. And it's not actually deplatforming, it's just step one of deplatforming. Like,
yeah.
What the, like, fuck out of here. That's so
Tremors?
cringe. Sorry.
I've actually never seen it.
I hate this guy. Don't ever ask me to watch any videos from this guy again. I actually hate this guy. He's
That's
one of
what
these
we haven't
stupidest
decided
fucking
yet,
people.
well, Smitty. We haven't decided yet. If you give a good suggestion, we can. We can do that one. Lady Ballers, James. One, the fact that you think Lady Ballers is funny, I've never seen it, but I just know it's not funny. So I'm a little bit offended that you're watching me and you watch them. I just have to be honest. I looked at myself and I'm like, oh God.
Well, he does politics too, and his politics videos are equally fucking stupid. You want to know how stupid this guy is? This guy is probably still recovering from injuries that he received from Vosh in a debate like 3 years ago.
They had a debate?
Yes, and he got so eviscerated after that debate, he said he would never have a debate again. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I had to pause the fucking stream on YouTube because I could not watch.
What was the subject of the debate?
I think Vosh generally had the same contentions as me, that like people that do video essays, no offense, are usually fucking retarded. And like if you ask them any questions, well, no, you can generally defend yourself. But if you take a video essayist and you get
I'm probably, to be honest with you, I think there is a valid criticism there, because I think when you're making video essays, you can do preparation.
Yes.
And you can get stuff to...
Well, you guys saw me against fucking FD Signifier, God of the Universe, and who fucking stood their own, dude? Who the fuck stood their own drunk at fucking like 1 a.m? This guy, unprompted. Let's fucking go. That proves that I am better than Noah Samsen, you little pussy boy.
Fit your point?
This is why I deserve to be fucking Emperor God and you deserve to look like this. Oh wait, I fucking literally put my mouse on the wrong screen. This is, wait, let me do it over. This is why you look like this.
When you're on your toes and you're directly confronted with the counter arguments and you're actually having a conversation with someone, it can be a lot tougher.
And I'll say one more thing. I think it's incredibly P-word, and when I see P-word, I mean pussy, just so you know. To make a fucking hour-long video about someone and then be like, but I'm not gonna talk to you. You're a bitch. Anybody who does that is a bitch. Through and through. Anybody who I've ever talked about, I feel like I owe them the opportunity to defend themselves, publicly or privately. It's the least I could do. If I'm gonna be sitting here in my room fucking typing away, pulling out a full-on fucking script about a motherfucker, but then they're gonna be like, hey, let me, I feel like you didn't really, say this fairly, and be like, well, I don't debate. What? You're just gonna use your debate bro tactics on me. What? You're a bitch. You're a fucking coward. And you also should get dummy internet.
Maybe, yeah.
Which is why
Hassan would never talk to me. He's too much of a bitch.
But it'll be like they have nothing
Not
to
famous
substantiate
enough.
their points.
And also he's too much of a
basically
little
he made a
pussy.
whole hit piece video on Vosh about how horrible Vosh was.
That's why you have to give FD Signifier all the props, bro. He commented on the video twice. He pulled it to the chat same day. Had a 2.5 hour long conversation. I don't think he had his notes ready. He was just ready to talk. Most of these people too bitch made to fucking do that, because you can't defend your own fucking ideas. Imagine I take weeks of prep to talk about a motherfucker, and then I'm like, well, just watch the video, bro. Like, what? You're a pussy.
She was like, oh, we should chat about it. And then in the actual combo, he had like nothing to say. It was just like, it was horrible.
Did he remove the video?
I don't know if he deleted it all, but he said he would never talk to another debate YouTuber or like live stream person debate ever again.
Really? Because so I would notice somebody in chat was saying, why don't these losers talk to each other? I did actually message them asking, and Think Before You Sleep was down, and Noah was like, no, I'm not going to come on.
Yeah.
Pussy.
These guys are bitch made.
semantic distinction, I don't think. Encouragement to me implies intent. And if that encouragement is coming from Sean himself, as his claim denotes, then it also implies a direct engagement with the audience on that point. He didn't do that, though. He didn't allude to harassment at any point, let alone ask for it directly. And I never said he did. Now, do I think that his videos fostered an environment that motivated viewers to harass her? Absolutely. That was sort of my video's whole argument. I supported this argument by going over the 3 ideas that Sean fabricated, showing how he used those fabricated ideas to make inflammatory accusations, both of which were then cited directly by the doxers as their motivations for doxing. Him creating those circumstances doesn't mean that he directly encouraged the doxing himself. The fact that he didn't, that he,
like, would he say the same thing if we were talking about transphobia? So let's say that I were to go on stream and I were to say, trans people tend to look really ugly. I think most of them are like, they're not like doing the best medical checkups for their hormones. And I think that it can be damaging to children to hear this stuff. And then a whole bunch of people on 4chan start saying like, oh yeah, fuck trans people. We hate them, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that he would review my video and go, okay, Destiny wasn't being transphobic. Like, I understand he said things that were hurtful and not cool, but he's not being transphobic. But all the other people that were echoing his stuff and then going further, they were being transphobic. No. They would say that you're encouraging transphobia.
Yeah,
you're engaging basically in transphobia. Yeah, of course. You would never, and they do this with like white supremacy and racism all the time as well, that even if you like vaguely allude to anything, you could say like, I think that like, I don't follow the Kendrick Drake rap beef or whatever the fuck. It is like you're racist because of like 27 reasons why they'll like run it down.
True.
Like you're actually supporting white supremacy by not having a strong opinion on this.
That's actually true.
And it's just like, come on, dude, really? I don't know.
That he caused it without encouraging it directly is an important part of this whole situation, I think. If he had directly encouraged it, then he'd be banned, and we wouldn't be talking about this right now. We'd be gaming. Now, if you disagree with me with those examples or that line of thinking, that's fine. However, if you want to argue against those claims, then first we need to be on the same page about what they actually are. If we can't agree upon reality, then any further debate is going to be a complete waste of time.
Every second I have to look at this.
Shout out to FD for coming on Kahmal's live.
Yes, exactly. Every single time I have to look at this goofy fucking thing. I was gonna say something, but my mom's watching.
In the same paragraph, Sean claims that I accused him of trying to get illicit.
I like that he's the one saying that.
Oh,
I like that he's the one saying like we can't agree upon reality. Any debate is a waste of time.
Line of thinking. That's fine. However, if you want to argue against those claims, then first we need to be on the same page about what they actually are. If we can't agree upon reality, then any further debate is going to be a complete waste of time. In the same paragraph, Sean claims that I accused him of trying to get Alyssa killed. He made a similar claim on Tom Dark's live stream on May 2nd.
After basically accusing me of attempted murder, I can't assume that Noah would use any sort of good faith argumentation there.
So where is he getting this idea? Well, in his tweet, he references a sequence from the.
Hold on. Also, wait. When we talk about like.
I mean, I don't know if attempted murder.
Sean claims that I accused him of trying to get Alyssa killed. He made a similar claim on Tom Dark's live stream on May 2nd.
To be fair, he did say basically.
Cooper said, more people need to talk to each other. You are super based for having a convo with FD. What do you think of Turkey Tom? I got no issues with Turkey Tom. I respect his, he's super young. He's clearly successful. He gets YouTube. He makes a lot of videos that a lot of people out there enjoy. He's got a whole fucking, organization. He hires people. He's a young entrepreneur. Much respect to young Turkey Tom out there. But yeah, I think a lot more people need to have convos out there too. I agree, Cooper.
What do you mean?
I'm down. I'm always down to talk.
He didn't say he accused
I'm
me
here.
of
I ain't hiding from nobody. The Discord is open.
Or he said he basically accused me of attempted murder.
Basically accusing me of attempted murder. I can't assume that Noah.
That's how you guys will know I've changed. Unless I've like talked to you like 4 times and I know you're on some bullshit. But if I ever like make a video about somebody and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna talk to you, unsubscribe, call me a bitch because I have sold out, I have turned pussy, I have changed.
He made a similar claim on Tom Dark's live stream on May 2nd.
After basically accusing me of attempted murder, I can't assume that Noah would use any sort of good faith argumentation there.
So where is he getting this idea? Well, in his tweet, he references a sequence from the 14-minute mark of my video. The start of this clip is me reading a post from the doxing thread, and then I go on to my conclusion. I hate
These fucking content warnings are so lame.
this lying Jewish blank with all my heart. She needs to die. The new video she made is promoting childhood obesity. She is a cancer to this world and needs to be rotting 6 feet under the ground. This comment is from the doxing thread. They stated they were going to visit her in California. They said they wanted her
You are
dead.
super based for having a convo with FD. What do you think of Turkey Tom?
I got to you before. I got to it before you did.
And
but also the Indian AI needs a name. I need some name suggestions.
This is the through line to his video. You made this video criticizing
I
it.
agree.
Here's the people that are doing this. She had to literally flee her house because of your video because people are gonna kill her. He's basically accusing the dude of like trying to get her killed. That's now he might not say it, but like that's the through line to the video.
Exactly. And that, let me go back because Destiny brought up a good point. I got distracted.
This is the through line to his video. You made this video criticizing it.
agree.
Here's the people that are doing this. She had to literally flee her house because of your video because people are gonna kill her.
Say that.
He's basically accusing the dude of like
and he's saying you got shit wrong and you took shit out of context to make her look bad on purpose and now she has to flee the fucking country because everyone's trying to kill her. This is why you're a bitch ass Weasley fuck, because you do shit like that, Noah. That's why nobody fucking likes you. I'm sorry. Nobody that isn't like an obnoxious leftist. That's why normal people, they don't fuck with you because you do slimy bullshit like that. Now, we don't know if you do it because you're stupid as fuck or because you're a weasel, but either way, it's no good. All right? Cut it out. Bad.
Trying to get her killed. That's
Noah
he might not
Samsen
say
music
it, but
review. If I was ever going to do it, it would be today.
like that's the
I need you to donate $10,000. 10,000 and I'll do it.
You're lying to the video.
Maybe unintentionally getting her killed, yeah.
He's
Well,
unintentionally,
how to fly
sure. But I
yet?
think
Is
that's
that a joke? I
essentially
don't
the through line of what he's arguing.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
That
You were talking to Larry. Got it.
point, they
I didn't
knew
read
where
the
she lived.
previous.
Thankfully, Illy was able to move before anything violent happened. But if someone, if this person, for example, had taken action, Sean's video very well could have been
The
what
thing
pushed
is, I
them
don't
over the
understand
edge.
how
Wait, like listen to what he just said here. Hold on.
Anything violent happened. But if this person, for example, had taken action, Sean's video very well could have been what pushed them over the edge. Sean,
Like what is
video
the
could've been pushed them over
assumption
the edge,
there?
yeah.
What is the
Right.
assumption?
You're right.
It basically is accusing him of murder.
Is that
Yeah.
he pushed them over the edge.
Yeah.
I don't understand how Noah can make this argument though as a commentator or YouTuber, considering like, or just anybody who's critical online, because you have to have an assumption basically at the end of the day that there's going to be some people in the audience that are unhinged, right?
Yes.
So like now is thing before
Your fucking fans out were telling people to kill themselves on Christmas.
you sleep, obviously going to make the conclusion that if
And
you
I'm
see
pretty sure that dude had cancer. I might be making that up, but I'm pretty sure.
these people in his comment section who are like saying kill yourself, he's going to be like, oh, look at these people that said this is a result of Noah.
Sure.
Should we all go report all of Noah's videos?
Yeah,
I don't know what
then
that
like
means.
I think again, I think I take a stronger stance on this than you. I think you have a lot of responsibility over your audience, but like it's not even his audience. It's 4chan. This is like people attack me over my audience. I'm like, where? And they'll show me like crazy people on Twitter. It's like I can't moderate them. I can't do anything. People in my comment section don't say this. People in my chat don't say this. People in any of my chats or any in my Discord don't say this. Like I can't help with like random people on fucking Twitter. Just like I can't help with random fucking crazy people on Soyjack or 4chan. Like why the fuck am I being held to account for that audience? And the fact that he can only show comments from there, I think it severely undermines the
Jay, when Noah Samsen made that fucking video about the fucking real estate owner dude kicking out crackheads out of his house, like obviously you're gonna kick crackheads out of your fucking house, especially when they're not paying rent and they're destroying your property. Like obviously, duh. What else would you fucking do? Noah Samsen's glorious fans were telling this dude to kill himself. I'm pretty sure that guy had cancer. I could be wrong, but I think he did.
Ability supposedly that this guy has, because if it was his video like pushing people that far, well, shouldn't the comments be reflective in his own audience? But
really doesn't seem interested in paying attention to other people's words. I said, if this person or someone like them had taken action, Sean's video could have been what pushed them over the edge. Sean has distorted this claim
I mean,
into
that's
me
like
saying
the
that he
worst
tried to
quote
get
from his video.
her killed. This is just kind of ridiculous, right? My words make no comment on his intent. The idea that his video could
Are you
push someone into violence
stupid?
doesn't mean that he made it with that goal. I don't believe he did, and I said as much in my video. As far as my actual claim, I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I absolutely believe that his videos could have pushed someone over the edge into violence. This person in the doxing thread clearly hated Illy. Their post was riddled with statements wishing death and injury upon her. The only one that wasn't was
theoretically, yeah, like
the line about her promoting childhood obesity, which was an idea they pulled straight from the conclusion of Sean.
Or what if I like what about, not to get
Are you
political?
supposed to cater your videos to the expectations of completely unreasonable people who like there's no
or again, because you're
reasonable
going
person out there
outside of the community to find these people, right? And like we could do very modern stuff right now. He's covered a ton of the Israel-Palestine stuff. What if a Jewish protester gets killed by a pro-Palestinian guy? Like, you don't think that any of your rhetoric saying that all Zionists are genocidal, all Zionists are supporting a current genocide, a current apartheid regime, are supporting the death and like, and somebody goes and kills a Jewish person, do you have direct responsibility for that? Like, should you be spam reported and deplatformed? Like, it's dumb. Yeah.
On's video to argue that this could not have led to violence, that seems kind of difficult.
Stop asking me to freestyle. It's starting to feel like a microaggression, and I will get Noah Samsen to fucking slay you. All right, on the internet.
Sean wants to try, though. He can.
I will get him to make a video essay on your microaggressions. I will summon him. Stop. All right, I have the necklace ready to go.
First, he needs to understand.
I have all the amulets I need to fuck.
What my argument actually
My brain just shut off. I couldn't finish the joke. It is what it is.
Another thing I want to address here is the way that Sean represents my characterization of his video's content. Sean describes his own video as just a little bit of criticism. He claims that all he did was tell Illy, I don't like your video, and colluding with your followers to mass flag my channel is messed up. In this tweet here, he is presenting this diluted description of his video as if it were my own. He positions it as my rationale for the also mischaracterized arguments he attributed to me just before. This is sort of discombobulating though, right? The entire video I made was an argument against this idea, an argument that what he did was not a mere case of criticism, but one of open malice. So why is he putting these words in my mouth? Well, because he needs to be the victim. If all he'd said was these two innocuous statements, and if I'd responded to them by accusing him of attempted murder, then yeah, he would be the victim. But that's not what happened. Neither of those claims are true.
The
So
day
to
after
maintain
Noah's video went out, think before Yusuf's video goes down, he is a victim.
Dogwick, that is
Sure, yeah.
is that totally accurate.
But he should be. But he's making the weak. He should be arguing that
the deplatformer was good, but he's a coward, so he won't. That's what he should
His
be arguing.
victim status, he has to distort reality. He has to go to school, study hard.
Why not?
Get a
Doesn't
PhD in
RedTube like
strange.
deplatforming? Aren't they all cool with that?
It's weird because
He
like
doesn't want to get all that Nick Green hate. He saw what happened to him. He's like, I don't want that to happen to me. I'm a little pussy boy.
a lot of them have like bounced into like illiberal zones. So like when they're far left, like commies and Nazi or commies and
tankies,
commies and tankies and socialists, yeah, they all also claim that they get mass deplatformed. Like people on the far right do.
They don't.
So if you go, so
That's
yeah,
not true.
It's like there's like a support for like deplatforming. Like as you get more left, the support goes up. But then once you hit like the tanky thing, it drops to nothing because you're like, oh no, we could deplatform even more than Nazis do. That's what their arguments are.
Okay.
Maintain his victim status. He has to distort reality. He has to go to school, study hard, and then get a PhD in strange. Dr. Strange, is this upsetting to you? Should I leave? Moving on to the second tweet thread, which is from the next
Yes, you should leave.
day. This one begins with a screenshot of YouTube's message to Sean that his second appeal had been rejected.
What a shock. YouTube has yet again decided to change its rules for someone who doesn't have the approved politics and uphold a strike on a video that did not violate its guidelines. The specific wording on the rule they accused me of breaking was use of racial slurs and making fun of intrinsic traits. I did not use any racial slurs and I did not poke fun at any intrinsic traits. Intrinsic traits are things that you cannot change, such as your race or certain facial features. I never comment negatively on people's intrinsic traits because that's messed up. But hey, YouTube, if this is the new standard, and Noah Samsen seems to think mass flagging is okay because he never denounced it, which is something that every reactor did when they saw the video, even the ones who hate me. Noah spent several minutes gaping for mass flagging and saying it's not that bad. That being said, YouTube, I have 3 videos for you to strike where Noah made fun of my voice, one of which, the entire bit of his video was making fun of the way I talk.
Sean claims that I said that mass flagging isn't that bad. He also concludes that I must think mass flagging is okay because I never denounced it. This isn't true. I never commented one way or another about the morality of mass flagging. I didn't say it was good or bad. And just because I didn't denounce it doesn't mean that I endorse it. My critiques of the mass flagging allegations did not concern morality. They were about ethics. A bunch of people, Sean included, called what she did an attempted deplatforming. I argued that this was false because while
Wait, did he say? I must have misunderstood. He didn't just say that it had nothing to do with morality and it had to do with ethics, right? He didn't just say that. No, I misheard. There's no way that he just said that.
Morality of mass flagging. I didn't say it was good or bad. And just because I didn't denounce it doesn't mean that I endorse it. My critiques of the mass flagging allegations did not concern morality. They were about ethics. A bunch of people, Sean included, called what she did an attempted deplatforming. I argued that this was false because while flagging can lead to deplatforming, that doesn't make these terms interchangeable. The fact that they were wrongfully conflated here was perhaps the biggest contributor to the hate campaign that led to Illy's doxing. On YouTube, wrongfully calling for someone's deplatforming is a serious transgression with serious consequences, as we saw. A bunch of people, Sean included, insinuated that Illy's call for mass flagging was a unique threat to Sean's video being removed. I argued that it wasn't, because from everything I could find, the act of mass flagging does not affect the actual review process itself.
I like I said, from everything I can find, meaning he has absolutely no firsthand or even secondhand experience with having videos. He doesn't know anybody that's had it happen to it, and it's never happened to him before.
The thing is, he says this like, he's like, it's ridiculous to think it's a unique threat. A large content creator is a unique threat to another when they call for deplatforming, when they call for someone to be flagged. That is a unique threat because they have an audience. That was a crazy picture from chat. Yeah.
As in how the YouTube review.
You know who that is?
Nope.
It's Drake.
Whoa.
You didn't know that? You don't know anything about?
No, I didn't know about the rap beef like that.
Decide to rule. A bunch of people, Sean included, claimed that Illy was sending her millions of subscribers to flag his video. I argued that this was false because her flagging post was not made on YouTube, where those millions of subscribers are, but on Tumblr to 0.1% of her audience, in a post that had an engagement rate of 0.01% of that audience. None of these arguments contain a moral claim about whether or not mass flagging is good or bad. They are critiques of the misinformation being spread about it and the exaggerations about the figures that were cited. Now, since my video's release, I've seen a bunch of counter-arguments presented about this section specifically, about deplatforming, and some of them do have merit. I'm not going to be addressing them in this video because they are irrelevant to Sean's claims here, but I plan on doing that in my next video. As for those lines about intrinsic traits, I'm glad Sean brought up the thing about his voice. I see this a lot, both Sean and his fans arguing that the comments making fun of his voice are making fun of an intrinsic characteristic, and thus, by YouTube's guidelines, this is bullying and technically a reportable offense. But this is kind of a sneaky little trick here. Sean's video voice is not an intrinsic characteristic because it's not his actual voice. His actual voice is pretty normal, and he knows that and has admitted as much. Here's him using his normal voice to describe how it is different from his reading voice.
Like, I can't do my reading voice. In fact, I've been trying to change it to my regular voice, but it's difficult. Like, I don't know how I get into that mode. I just have to be very, like, I really hate recording, so I just have to be...
Is this that different than his
No, it sounds the same.
Wait, what?
It just sounds like he's not reading something out loud.
In the mode where I really don't like what I'm doing, and then that's how I get the higher pitched voice.
Well, it is fucking sped up, so it's a little hard to tell.
Because your voice will pitch up when you're more tense.
Notice in that clip his claim that he is...
Well, actually, that's how he fucking sounds to me. I'm like, he sounds like somebody doing an impression of a nerd.
Trying to change his reading voice.
I've been trying to change it to my regular voice.
If you can change it, then it's not
Change
immutable.
it to your fucking regular voice, bro. Holy fuck, you sound like a caricature. It is unbearable.
Wait, what the fuck? Never mind. No.
You can change being trans. It's not immutable.
Yeah, true, actually. Okay.
To me, it seems like comments about his reading voice fall more under the category of a stylistic critique, criticism to improve the form of his videos. Kind of like when people say that
the fact that he just didn't double down also, Noah, is why you are a pussy, just so you know.
Can't watch my videos because I look like I'm wearing a Joe Dirt Halloween costume and it's distracting. I could fix that for them. I could shave my mullet and my mustache. I'm not going to because I look great, but this is ultimately a critique of form, not of an immutable characteristic.
Oh god, yeah, this is when I'm like, maybe he's just autistic. Like, I don't know, like anybody that would say this out loud on purpose, I just feel like your brain doesn't work fully, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, Yusuf, I just left that alone.
goes with Sean's video voice.
It's a critique of form. I disagree with the style of voice. It's so
slaying. Exactly.
Don't.
You see why I take long on my fucking videos? I could be like these people. Just know that I could sell out. I could be these people. You don't think I could do this shit? It's easy. Just to be a fucking soy little pussy boy and just say all the leftist shit and fucking take thirst traps in my bed. You don't think I could do that? Of course I could. Alright, just know that I'm doing this. I take the hard way. And I need praise for that. Fuck you.
I'm serious. Don't ever bring me anywhere. I hate this guy. It's like he's actually like a super fucking waste of time. He's like one of the stupidest.
On the same point about his voice, sorry, I know this is just like stupid, but it's a weird lie that I saw a bunch of people.
These are like, this is an example of like the type of person that grows with a community. Like the Zoomer socialism shit got popular, and then this is the kind of like trash that just like comes up with it.
Exactly.
Like he has like the most like palatable like bisexual lighting type of like fucking whatever style shit that with like the voice and everything, and he gets like popular off of like, but the actual substance of all of his
absolute fucking dog shit. Anybody who does not agree with Noah Samsen politically, I can't see them enjoying his content. It is just objective fucking trash. Everything this guy does sucks. You're not good at all. You're not funny. You're not clever. Your writing fucking sucks dick. You don't have any fucking camera skills. You suck. You fucking suck. The only reason people watch you is because they want to hear that lefty bullshit. That's it. Know that. Know that. Stay in your lane and shut the fuck up. That's what you should do. You should never speak on another fucking soul. Ever. And the fucking other dude, you're the same. You're just the other side. You're the opposite side of the fucking spectrum, but you also suck dick and balls. Well, actually,
videos is baseless. It's some of the like worst. It's like not even bad. It's just like nothing. It's just like nothing for even consideration. It's so stupid. Oh God.
So may as well. Sean claims that I made a video where the entire bit was making fun of how he talks. This is not true. I made a video about a text post that Sean had put on his community tab, and because he didn't make a video about it, it was just text.
He's still talking about it. He's still going on. Nobody gives a fuck about you making fun of his voice, nerd. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. We think it's funny. Good. You should be like, yeah, I do make fun of your voice. Fuck your voice. That's what a fucking anybody who's cool and normal would do. But you gotta go on this long-ass fucking diatribe about all this stupid bullshit that only losers like you would care about. Fuck off.
I had Andrewism read the post because I wanted to have audio, and I like...
God, I fucking hate this guy so much, bro. He sucks. Ugh.
Andrewism's voiceover voice a lot. My decision to do this was a product of something
the stream ends.
That Sean himself suggested. TLDR, people I disagree with are wrong. Also, if you don't want to read it, then use text-to-speech. Full screen, a stock image, and it will be just like watching a video of mine. He's got a sense of humor here, which I think that's good. But instead of doing text-to-speech, I had a better idea. I'm going to soothe the audience's ear wounds suffered in the last video by having someone with a smooth, calming voice read Think Before You Sleep's voice lines. Andrewism is the one. He will be doing that today. Hi, Andrewism. Great bit, honestly. So I had a friend with a nice voice read some lines because they needed to be read. It seems a little bit dishonest to characterize that as an entire video making fun of his voice. But again, even if it was by Sean's own admission, his reading voice is not immutable. Therefore, by his own logic,
at least we're getting through it faster.
Critiquing it is totally fine to do. The last point I want to address today is a claim from Sean that I said he was responsible for the doxing. He made this claim on the live stream.
Yeah, he's basically saying that. I mean, he said it straight up in the video multiple times that I'm responsible for it. So I don't think, even if he backtracked and gaslighted on and said, oh no, I don't actually believe that. Well, he still put it in the video multiple.
Here, that guy said he basically. You want to know what's really funny? Do you know what Noah Samsen is actually doing here? Can somebody in chat guess? Oh my God, this just clicked in my brain. Do you guys know what Noah Samsen is doing here? I want the one person to say it.
Is it being a bitch?
One person is saying exactly what I'm thinking of. Where are they? Where are they?
Why is this guy's name similar?
Somebody
to mine?
say it.
This guy said swallowing.
Someone got it.
What did they say?
Gaslighting. You don't think that's it? He's lying.
Skipping.
So the Jordan Peterson thing is...
What the fuck is that?
So the Jordan Peterson thing is... he mindfucked some poor girl on... There was a huge interview he did where he destroyed this woman because she didn't know how to deal with this. But he'll do something like this. He'll go... Jordan Peterson will go... Women aren't actually able to work with men in the workplace, and when women are present, it actually makes everybody work worse, and women going to the workplace actually results in them getting raped and sexually assaulted more, and society probably can't function with the women in the workplace, and there's absolutely no data to suggest that men and women can work in the workplace. And then the interviewer will go, wow, so are you saying that women shouldn't be working with men? You're like, I've never said such a thing in my entire life. The news always accuses me of lying about it, and I've never ever said that in my entire life. This is like 2 years of Jordan Peterson's careers. It's stacking descriptive claims until you've reached an obvious edge where any reasonable person would go like, oh shit, well, then it must be this. And all of his fans will make the assumption because they're not retarded, but he'll never say the final point ever. He never says it. And Noah Samsen is doing the exact same type of thing. He's like, well, I didn't say that deplatforming was good or bad, or I didn't say whether he actually encouraged his fans to do that. Well, I didn't say that, but he like lays the through line so that anybody watching the video is going to come away with that opinion. Even like, again.
Yep, and that's why you're a Weasley bitch. Okay, got it.
And the title of the video.
Want a donut? Lyric, I was actually just thinking about if I'm going to go to the store and get sweets, or am I just going to suffer? I don't know.
Before you dox. Well,
again, yes, Noah Samsen is pulling a Nick Fuentes. You might be onto something. And again, that's why my philosophy is fuck your political ideology. Do you suck as a person? How much integrity do you have? Where are your morals at? Do you fucking respect yourself? None of these people do. I don't give a fuck if you think communism is cool. Bitch, you don't have any power. You're probably not even gonna vote. Lame bitch. But do you suck as a person? Yes, Noah, you do. You fucking suck.
Well, the
you, Nick, Sneeko, Think Before You, whatever the fuck, all you people suck balls. And not in a fun way.
Him there. I didn't mean him exactly. Like
it's so stupid.
Yeah, it's the exact same type of thing. Yeah, that's why when your friend is like, he's basically saying this because he knows he didn't actually say that, but he's led you right up to the edge of it. Where essentially that's what every single person
see a lot more of it.
Is taking away from.
That's the thing that like perplexed me because I messaged Noah to ask him to come on. And he was like, no, but you can ask questions, and he was genuinely.
God, he's such a pussy.
Perplexed after I explained a bit to him. He was like, why is everybody saying that I wanted to deplatform him or support deplatforming? And like was mind-boggling that he couldn't wrap his head around that.
Yeah.
And so after responding and him being like, okay, I'm kind of like, do you think he might just be retarded and not malicious? Do you think he might just be like really, really dumb? Is that possible?
No. This is very intentional.
You think so?
Yeah. Hold on. This is debate.
This is my thing, though. The result is the same. Whether you're a stupid fuck or you're a weasel, you're still putting out bullshit. You have to get dummy internet. I don't care. At the end of the day, if it's once, if it's twice, fine. But if it's all you do, you're an incompetent goon, and you should be treated as such. Get that dummy internet. You don't get to use the big boy internet. You're too stupid. Every time you need to sit at your fucking screen, you will be getting dummy internet, and we will place a helmet on top of your head. Just in case you fasten something and a light falls on you, I don't want you to get hurt. So we're going to put that helmet on, and we're going to give you that dummy internet, all right? Because we don't want Noah to hurt himself.
Pervertry. What do we call it? Wait. Oh, we didn't think of a name
Pulling
for
a
this
Jordan
last
Peterson?
One. Somebody said Peterson edging. Debate edging.
Peterson edging?
If my alarm goes off, I don't actually approve. Careful, also. Okay, when you refuse what can you call that? Oh.
This guy's writing notes and
preacher.
shit.
How about the deaf preacher? Oh, I like that one.
Much more of
Fight it with statements like, John's videos caused the doxing. I never use the word responsible in my video. You might hear say, well, come on, Noah, he's obviously saying that you implied it with statements like, John's videos caused the doxing. How can his videos cause the doxing without him also being responsible for it? And I think that's a valid question, so let's explore it. When people ask, is Sean responsible for these people's actions? That question can be answered in two different ways, from a moral perspective and then from an ethical perspective. When people online...
Guys, I don't know. I've never in my life, even people that study philosophy, I don't think make distinctions between ethics and morals.
I was like, I dropped out of college. Maybe I'm missing something, but they seem to be the same thing.
Weird. It's such a weird distinction. I don't know. I don't know if he's. I have no idea why he keeps doing this, but whatever.
Responsible for these people's actions. That question
retarded.
can be answered
Because he's retarded. Why can't that just be the answer?
in two different ways, from a moral perspective and then from an ethical perspective. When people online ask this question, they're usually asking it at the ethical level, as in not just is he responsible, but also should he be held responsible by YouTube? Should he face consequences, channel strike or deplatforming? That's ethics, right? It concerns the agreed upon rules of being a creator on YouTube. During that stream, we've been looking at Tom Dark. I guess we just call him Turkey, or we could call him Tom. He sent me a message that I think serves as a good example.
Like he thought that was funny. Shut the fuck up. Turkey, or we call him Top, or I get Top Dark, or I get. See, Noah has what I call, and I'm going to piss some people off, sorry, he has white girl humor. He has, and I'll explain it. Noah Samsen has just enough humor to make a white girl who thinks he's cute laugh. And as somebody who has made a lot of people laugh, that's the easiest win. All right? That's what you have. And it's garbage. And you should know that it's garbage. Everything you do is pathetic trash. Please stop making content for the sake of God, the trees, energy, electricity, All of these things are suffering because you wanted to make a career on the internet, putting out weak bullshit. Please stop. Please stop. Your ancestors are ashamed of you.
Example of
Sounds like he means like when he says ethics, he's just talking about like code of conduct or something, I guess. I don't know.
How this works.
My biggest question would be if you think that TBY should be held responsible for the actions of a third-party site that docs Illy. I agree his video about it was kind of silly, but from my perspective, it's not really his fault. Some people took it too far. Especially considering he never supported the kind of behavior from what I've seen. From what I saw, your video was somewhat vague with the wording, or maybe I just find it dumb. You would truly blame him for what they did, but yeah, looking for a more elaboration if you have any.
In response to those questions, I asked a clarifying question, which was held responsible.
Oh my god, what a pussy. So he's like, I don't want to go on live, but I'll respond to you with a text. God, he's so weak. Ugh.
In what sense? Tom then.
His father and Sneeko's father should be fucking just like so ashamed of themselves. You have failed your country by raising two of the weakest men I've ever seen in the world. And that's hyperbolic, but I don't care. This is why I'm moving to Asia.
And responded with, well, from your perspective, is he responsible and what should YouTube do about it? So there, notice that when I asked him for a single definition of responsibility, he answered it with two different questions. Is he responsible and what should YouTube do about it? The latter question is an ethical one, right? Because it concerns platform consequences. If I say yes to that first question, then I do think he's responsible.
I don't think it's necessarily an ethical one. It's just like, what do you think? And then do you think you should just take action?
He's using words, he's just using them incorrectly, but he's trying to say there's a difference between these two things, which there is a difference between these two things. He's just using words stupidly.
The thing is, if you're making the case that like his video led to her doxing, what do you think is going to come from that?
Sure. Well, but I mean, like, you could ask the question of like, are you responsible for that? But like, should you be punished for it? Those are technically two different things, right? Like, I think you should be able to bully people on YouTube, but I don't know if you should be punished for bullying, right?
Do about it. So there, notice that when I asked him for a single definition of responsibility, he answered it with two different questions. Is he responsible and what should YouTube do about it? The latter question is an ethical one, right? Because it concerns platform consequences. If I say yes to that first question, that I do think he's responsible, but no to the second, that I don't think he should be held responsible by YouTube, that sounds nonsensical. He's responsible but shouldn't be held responsible? What are you saying, man? The fuck are you saying, you fucking...
That's no, his question is super. Oh, is this you? Oh, this is me, you, yeah. Fucking retard. The question makes sense. No, he's retarded, but you're retarded. But you're not retarded for this. I'm just calling you retarded in general. Okay, but I'm calling him retarded specifically. But also, he's also retarded. Good question. Yeah, sure. So what he's saying is, well, from your perspective, is he responsible? And then what should YouTube do about it? Well, these are two separate questions, and it is. And Noah correctly identified that they're two separate questions. But now he's confused because he's like, he's implying that by asking if somebody's responsible, you're necessarily saying that there should be an action taken due to the responsibility, which is funny because a lot of people would assume that, which was the issue, by the way, with Noah's videos. But now Noah's acting like it's not. In one sense, he says they're two separate things, but then he's saying, well, hold on, if this is being responsible, isn't this taking responsibility? Isn't it the same thing? I don't know. I think Noah's just like playing with words here.
Responsible by YouTube? That sounds nonsensical. He's responsible but shouldn't be held responsible? What are you saying, man?
Also, those are two separate things. Being responsible for something is different than being held responsible for something. So even saying that they're two different sentences. Even saying that these things don't make sense.
Yeah, it's not nonsensical. It would be nonsensical to your fans because they're soy pussies, but to a normal person, it'd be like, yeah, okay, fair.
Like, well, are you responsible for the whatever? Or let's say somebody says this, okay? There was a serial killer in 1972 who was responsible for 30 different killings and he was never caught. And then somebody's like, wow, you're saying he was held responsible for that? And you go, no, I didn't say he was held responsible. I said he was responsible.
No, that's what he did.
Yeah, those are two separate things. Clearly, those are two separate things. Like, sorry.
The fuck are you saying, you fucking idiot? It's not, though, if we're on the same page about what these questions mean. My issue with this framing is that blame and responsibility are treated as a binary. Either you are or you aren't. I think situations like these are gray areas that are worth exploring. Obviously, he didn't ask anyone to dox her.
Yeah, the gray area is worth exploring. So the question I'm asking is, what do you think? And he's like, well, it's a gray area.
With his videos, he created the conditions under which something like that was very likely to happen. My decision to make no claims as to what YouTube should do about it was intentional. I didn't comment on the validity of a report, let alone ask for the video's removal, because my opinion on those things is irrelevant to my critiques. I just addressed the circumstances around it and why I think a lot of the claims made about the situation were false. Not only false, but super inflammatory, like his claims that her videos will end up killing fat people or endangering her child audience. Is it not?
No, but if you're gonna make a whole fucking video about this, shouldn't you have some sort of opinion on what you think should happen? Why are you so much of a little bitch that you don't want to say it?
Worth it to examine why the people on the third-party site all shared motivations that were pulled directly from his videos? If my arguments about how he conjured those narratives are correct, then wouldn't that put at least some responsibility?
Every time I see these fucking texts, I just get so annoyed that this dude's too pussy to come online, but he'll say all this bullshit because he's like, oh, I don't want to mess up live, so I need time to think about what I want to say because I'm too fucking stupid to say what I think. Oh, you're such a weak little bitch. I can't stand this motherfucker. When is this video going to be over?
On him for this chain of events, given that the things he, in my opinion, fabricated were their main.
Well, then he is suggesting that argument. He's doing the what do we call it? He's debate edging, You are getting him right there. Like, well, wouldn't you say that he would do that if he's like leading to the chain of events? If he's like having this is what he's doing with this video, then why deny it? Why not just say this then? Just like say this part out loud. Don't imply it and then run from it like a fucking coward when you get called out on it.
In motivations. Tom then summarizes my messages to Sean.
So he's basically saying he believes you fabricated stuff about her, therefore they did this, therefore you are partially responsible. Is basically what he's saying.
So he adds that qualifying word of partially, which is a more accurate summary of my claims because it includes the caveat that I'm not saying that Sean is responsible in a definitive sense, one that would necessitate some kind of punishment. When he responds, though, Sean ignores that qualifier.
It would necessitate some sort of punishment.
He's saying that, I mean, he said it straight up in the video multiple times that I'm responsible.
Well, it would for you guys because you're pussy, man.
For it, so I don't think, even if you backtracked and gaslighted on and said, oh no, I don't actually believe that, well, you still put it in the video multiple times, so you obviously do.
This is exactly why I did not use that word, responsible. Because while yes, I do think Sean is responsible, absolutely. If I'd said so, if I'd used that word, then he would have immediately taken that as me saying.
Wait, so
why
he's saying it here now?
No, and also like
I
you're saying,
don't actually think that, but I also do think that
because I didn't use the word. Like, we need to go to somebody's house and like cut their throat. You want to kill somebody?
No. I don't want to cut their throat.
What do you think cutting throat is? You've never had a cut in your throat before? You think that always kills somebody? Like, what are you talking about?
They could live.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's up to their body what happens.
And
if
maybe
their body
we just
wants to be
mean
able to
like
retain that blood for longer.
Give them a lot of Captain Crunch that they don't like chew all the way, so that it cuts their throat on the way down. Like, what do you? It's such a nonsense point. Like, everybody knows what you mean. Like, and the fact that he literally just confirmed what he meant.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why he like danced around it for so long when now he's saying
dummy internet. Dummy internet. I almost cut it off, but we'll suffer through this.
Never claimed that he broke the rules, never called for his deplatforming, never argued for his video's removal, and never even commented one way or another on the validity of Illy's report. Despite that, though, we can see that he's already, doing that.
He said it straight up in the video multiple times that I'm responsible for it.
And based on the claims he's made here, he's definitely going to do it in the video, which is precisely why I decided to make this one. I'm here to try to do some discourse.
Wait. What he just did is so retarded. He's like, now in my first video, I never said that he is responsible. I do think he's responsible, but I don't know why he said that.
Even though everything in my video led to it clearly.
Even though everything in my video, ultimately led to that conclusion.
Also, by the way, you can do this if you want, what Noah is doing. I think it's actually okay to do it, but you have to be aware of what you're doing, and you need to say that. Like, there are times when I'll say, like, yeah, I think that this didn't necessarily break the rules, and blah, 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 blah. I do think it was a shitty thing for him to do. Like, I'll clarify when it's obvious, like, if I'm saying, well, somebody's not breaking the rules here, but it was probably a shitty thing to do. Like, I'll clarify, because I know that when I say somebody's not breaking the rules, the implication is like, co-signing the behavior. So I'll try to clarify, because I know that that's what people are going to run with it. But to just say this, like, did O.J. Simpson kill, what was it, Jessica Simpson? What the fuck was the name of the one? I don't even know. Did I just make that up?
Jessica Simpson?
I don't know.
Definitely wrong, buddy.
Am I making that name up? Did I just make that name up, or did I recall that from some deep part of my memory? Does anybody have any idea?
Slan, what are
and
you
I say, let's say that shut the
Marge Simpson.
Shut up.
No, they're right. Yeah. It's Marge.
Are black? Okay, first
Nicole
off,
Brown. Okay, I don't know where the fuck Jessica Simpson came from.
The term blacks.
Nicole Brown. Okay.
It's still weird.
If I were to say something like,
this is not Fox News.
I think that O.J. Simpson.
Why am I replying to this? This is clearly some troll bullshit.
And I'm glad that he was acquitted of all charges. The implication there is that I'm signing off on his behavior. But if I were to say, like, I think O.J. should have been acquitted of his charges because the cops didn't go about collecting the evidence in the right way. Probably killed her, but he should have been acquitted of the charges. That's a way different statement. Even though I'm functionally saying the same thing, the implication of the first is obvious and knowable and preventable. I can, like, hedge that, right? Yeah. But
put out other people's dumpster fires for them, and I can already smell it, and I see the smoke. I want the smoke, okay, but not the stinky doo-doo dumpster smoke. No, thank you. Thank you, but no.
You don't want the smoke, dude. You're too much of a bitch-ass bitch to get and talk on live because you're a coward. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate this fucking guy. He's such a fucking pussy. Like, oh my God, I hate him. He sucks. He sucks. And remember when I said I'm going to try to be nice? That's why I said that. Because I'm like, I'm really going to try to be nice. Let's see how long it takes for me to throw all that shit out the window. But I'm going to go in being nice. Mission failed. Yeah, I figured it would. Yeah, we're going to end the stream. We're going to chill for a little bit, but holy fuck, man. That was fucking cancer. That was just brain cancer. That was awful. Everything Noah Samsen makes sucks. Oh, God. He's just so fucking unlikable. Like, holy shit, this guy blows. Oh, fucking terrible, terrible, ass terrible. Yeah. There's never going to be a sort of accountability. They're always going to be deflecting. But, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We did 4 hours. It's pretty good. Remember when I used to just do like one and then I would peace out? I'm getting better. So shout out to me. Thank you guys for pulling up to the stream. Movie night tomorrow. Don't forget, come with a suggestion. But I want to watch Apocalypse Now. I've been trying to watch this movie for like 4 years. That's not true. It's really been like 2 years, but I haven't seen it. So that's what I have in my head. In my head, my voice cracked. I'm 16. In my head. But if you guys come with a better one, we will watch that. All right. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. Keep it real. Lyric, stay safe. Fuck those tornadoes. Peace.